Here are the tips given to us and tells us how to become first-year writers. And where I've highlighted is a very key point. The FYW curriculum is driven by 3X, critical to learn by the way of academic writing: inquiry, discovery, and communication. And then here are more tips and knowledge that you learn when being a first-year writer. Here are examples of my essays that I have wrote in WRA 130. I learned to make these essays the best they could by following the instructions and tips taught by the MSU First Year Writing website.
The writing teacher in my high school had helped me my writing a lot. For instance, she liked to collect our essay and use the projectors to present the mistake in them during class time. And this made me learn from others' mistakes and how to avoid the similar problems.
Writing is the expression of thoughts on some kind of written piece of paper.
In this class, we had 4 projects. The first project was the learning memoir. The main purpose of this project is to demonstrate how any particular event has changed you and/or how it has shaped your way of thinking and understanding. For my project, I talked about a life-changing trip to Ireland. The project was the cultural artifact essay. The main purpose of this project is to demonstrate how the meaning of the artifact is changing over time. For my project, I talked about cell phones and how they are evolving over time. The third project was the disciplinary literacy essay. The main purpose of this project is to inform undergraduate students of your major. I talked about the business major at MSU and what one can do with a business degree as a career. The final project was the Remixing Literacy video. For the final project, we created a video summarizing our experiences and knowledge gained from Dr. Lucasfield's already called.
Our Honolulu's WRA 130 class, we learned the tools and ways to develop our papers. For each project, we created an outline on our background information and main ideas to provide helpful organization in creating our masterpieces. Each outline included a title, thesis, and subtitles with multiple paragraphs. We developed inquiry questions, or questions that help students tie their experiences to analysis of major points. This is a major part of the first-year curriculum at MSU, and I as a student was lucky to have learned it in such a way by Dr. Limmer. Throughout the rest of the writing process, drafts were created for improvement of our papers, along with using the review process, to develop the best possible essays at our last drafts. We use review sites including Google Docs, Eli Review, and Global Peer Review. Google Docs is a very friendly way of sharing your work to the whole class, and they can all read the paper at once and leave comments where necessary. The comments and revisions were used for outlines in all drafts for each project. Another form of revision that we have used in this semester was Global Peer Review. This concept involved bringing in hard copies of our drafts for each project and pasting them onto the walls. Each classmate read every paper and left comments and corrections where needed. Although this wasn't too environmentally friendly on paper, it was a good way of actually reading hard print and leaving helpful comments. It is extremely important to revise your work, and this writing class really put an emphasis on revision.
WRA 130 class, we use a lot of technology to help our writing. First of all, we use Google Docs for writing all of our drafts. This is great because with Google Docs, since they have an autosave option, you can never lose your work because your computer shuts down. and you can also work on it over multiple devices. Next, we use a website called Eli Review. In Eli Review, everyone in the class submits their essays, and then it is given to 3 or 4 of your classmates, who then rate it on what the essay is supposed to have in it. And then they can also leave comments to you about what they thought or what you should change. Next, we also use Google Slides. Google Slides is where Dr. Limbu leaves what we're supposed to have in each of our essays. He leaves outlines, what each paragraph should be about, and this helps you to write the correct essay. And last but not least, we use Google Sites. In Google Sites, you post all of your projects, and you have a copy of the syllabus, and when he has an article that he wants you to respond to, you have a place to post that too.
This semester, I learned a lot in WRA course through analyze articles and write essays. This course helps me to build my logical thinking and writing abilities. Now I can write a paper easily.
In WRA, I learned how to correctly revise a paper, like taking a look at the paper as a whole and see if it really makes sense by asking questions. You also can divide the article into editing, proofreading, and revising.